dear brothers and sisters, who was the first for Jesus? Who was the first apostle? Difficult to say, because the best, the first, should be the first in love. Okay, we have one apostle, John, who was the beloved. And then we have Peter, who was the first, but how can he be the first if John is the beloved? Well, because love goes both ways. John was the first insofar as he was the best at receiving Jesus' love. He was beloved. But Peter was first as the best in loving Jesus. Okay, do you understand? John the best at receiving his love, the beloved, the loved, but Peter the first at loving Jesus. And that is why whenever we read something about Peter, especially in this moment, Jesus asks him, Peter, do you love me? Do you love me more than these? And Peter says, yes. And he's the first one jumping. Okay? Interesting. But then, John and James both wanted to be at each side of Jesus. And so James, as we read in today's first reading, James was the first in being killed for Jesus. So John was the first, James was the first, Peter was the first. And then we have Paul. Paul, the apostle of the Gentiles, the first one in preaching the gospel to so many nations. And as we have said, Peter and Paul, being two, they are equal in the saying of St. Leo the Great, or even of St. Augustine. Equal like eyes. And even if we say that there is a saying that there is one of our eyes that is usually the director eye. When you aim a gun, you cannot close any eye. You have to close the other one and leave the director eye open. That's how you aim. Okay, that eye is probably Peter. Okay, but we see with both. And I say this because how many ways of being the first? For a father, it's difficult to make every child feel special. Because sometimes you realize that not all of them are the best at everything. Some of them are better at something, and some of them stand out. But you know that your job is to make all of them feel good, that you love them. Jesus has found the perfect way of doing that, of making every one of us feel unique, special, and perfect. Because he made us a body. We are a body. I have a pinky toe. I tell you a secret, no? I have a pinky toe and I have a big toe. The big toe is big and the pinky toe is little. But I don't want my big toe in that place because I wouldn't have the same balance. There is a reason the pinky toe is as it is, and you don't want anything else that is not a pinky toe at that place. And he's the first, the best pinky toe I can have. It is important because each one of us is loved by Jesus in his place. And okay, so may the Lord help us today to celebrate the greatest in the Catholic Church, Peter and Paul, to celebrate them, to receive from God the gift that these apostles are for us. Let us read what they said. Let us imitate them, but also imitate them from our place. I may be a pinky toe, but I have a job in the mystical body of Jesus, and Jesus is very happy that I am there. And I have to please Jesus in the way I am, in the way I live, with the things I do, with the things I say, with the things I think. Yeah? So may God help us all to be good members, perfect members, the best members of His body. Amen.